Shovel Knight and something else is on it, or when two objects of heavy weight hit on there, you see the guys with the really big metal helmets. When they weigh down that platform, it'll drop into the water and see if you can have to go down there. Yeah, so it'll allow them to proceed. Yeah, so this level has a little bit of that, managing where to put those things to get you to be able to progress. Yeah, well, later there's some lightning areas where you can't see anything, and that's quite exciting.
Of course. Of course. Absolutely. All that. Of course. That's okay. I'm just going to go over here now. I hope you got that.
That'll make it worth it, right?
Again. That's okay.
You want to talk a little bit about like the dying mechanics and like how that works because you keep dying? That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, when you die, you're going to lose 25% of your gold, and it floats where you last died, so you can kind of get to it. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. So I mean, in that case, you might have had to bring the weighted platform down a little bit, but yeah, generally you can keep on to your gold if you can learn from your mistakes and get through it again. Each checkpoint. Right now they're not breakable, but in the final game you can break them and either get the gold out of the checkpoint or have the checkpoint actually work. And so if you're confident in your skills, you can actually get through the level with a lot more gold than you would if that was scary.
You want to talk a little bit about how this is made for casual gamers, but also a year ago you were talking about how speedrunners, you wanted to make something that could work with speedrunners and people who were, I don't want to call them hardcore, but like people who are more technical, but can you talk a little bit about that for a minute?
Yeah. The more experienced player who plays Shovel Knight is probably going to be able to get through the game in a few hours, but if they wanted to learn the mechanics and actually, develop sort of a speedrunning route, they could probably do it in around an hour. So it's a pretty decent speedrunning game. We're going to have some mechanics involved in recording your time. We have, if you were to finish the game completely, you'll see stats on how many items you collected. It'll have your the speed of how you got through the whole game. And I think there's a couple other things that kind of help you measure yourself against others. And yeah, there's certain shortcuts that you can find. There's a lot of secrets that you can choose to get or forego. It'll be depending on whether you want to. So yeah, the game fast. The game can appeal to anybody who's playing. Your 10-year-old brother or son or friend or whoever is going to be able to play this game, and also the game's like me. I'm enjoying playing this game. I'm having a lot of fun, just working on it, but also playing on it in between. I'll be doing some art for something and then get lost in actually playing the game as I'm testing it. And yeah, so there's a lot there for more casual play and then for the more intense technical play. And yeah, I think it's in a pretty good spot. Yeah.